some pieces that, like the dirty water you might go to. He said that it was plugged up, is the way I understood it. So the gentleman from Honeywell had to drive back to East St. Louis
I guarantee it.
and get a part,
That's for John.
come back. So,
It's another $400, huh?
yeah, I mean, I don't understand on Triangle, why, are they not?
They recommended it be flushed, that's what that is. And I balked on it, I said, no, that system, yeah, it needs to be flushed, but if you ask to flush this system, we're gonna look like a big shower in here, everybody knows that. And that's what he was wanting to do, he's wanting to flush the whole system. I said, no. I said, the boiler worked fine a month ago. I said, the problem is somewhere there's an electronic valve not opening and closing properly. And I agree, you should have brought in Honeywell for the electronics, because them boys over there don't have a clue on it. He sat there and admitted to me, and that's when I got ahold of the boss. And the boss said, yeah, you're right, the man don't know what he's doing. He said, I will send a man over that knows, get with Marcia, no charge. And that's the last I've dealt with him.
Which was when?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Whether he came over and talked to Marcia, I don't know.
How are you, Floyd?
I'm fine.
66,000.
That's all. Yeah,
What you got here?
And I don't, offhand, I don't know of anything that's coming in, but we could get something. I got a $10,000 check yesterday for,
What'd you get that for?
what was that for? A replacement tax, I think.
You enjoy your vacation?
I did.
Where'd you go?
I went with my grandson to Florida.
What part of me?
We went, he had an audition for Disney World and he needed somebody to ride down there with him.
So you go to Orlando, huh? How was your grandson?
He's 22,
What's he auditioning for?
this for,
Like a character or something?
yeah,
You're gonna
something.
be Mickey
But he
Mouse.
didn't do any good, so.
Is there a lot of people that audition for
There was
those?
150 people and probably, I don't know how many jobs it was an open audition, so.
Oh.
It was, I thought he had an interview, but he didn't, it was just an open audition.
Okay. Well,
But he tried,
did you get a free admission that day?
I did.
Well, that's a good
No.
day. That's $100 value.
But, well, he had a friend down there that he went to school, college with,
Yeah.
and she got his in free and got to
Did you ride some rides?
anything I could say about it.
The first time you've been there?
No, I've been there with my daughter years ago,
Yeah.
when she marched in the band down there one time.
Well, how'd the audition go?
No good, he didn't do any good. I don't know how good he did, but he didn't get,
Didn't get,
down there you either gotta be great big and tall or shorter, and he's kinda in
And-
between.
Oh, you mean because of characters?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
And he thinks that maybe that was the reason, because that's the first thing they do is measure you when you go up there, he said. Then they take.
Gerald, you might have a
yeah.
part-time job.
Yeah, he could go down there.
Yeah. I think that's discrimination.
That's height discrimination. They can't do that.
Well, they don't tell you that.
You're too short, you can't be Superman.
But they like shorter people, because
Well, yeah, you can be one of the 7 dwarfs that way.
You know, a lot of the characters, yeah.
that's what I was accused of, going down there being wimpy. I said, no, I didn't audition, that's right.
Didn't get any speeding tickets or anything on the way down?
No, he done good, he done most of the driving, he scared me to death, he liked to text, I said, I'm gonna throw that thing out the window.
He was texting while he was on I-75, boy, that's gutsy.
He would be texting in traffic on 5 sides of him.
Go through
I said,
Atlanta.
man, you're crazy.
You drive your truck?
No, he drove his car.
Now, Michelle, said you went down there to check your new condo.
I forgot, I went down there to do that,
That joint venture with you, between
me
you
and
and,
the mayor, and I forgot all about it. I need to check that $1 million property out.
Right. Sounds cool. Well, you know we got payroll next week.
Yes, and we got that.
We got
I know
bills.
we get that 20-some thousand from the highway department, so we have to get it out there to about, well, I don't know what kind of bill she got to pay this week, but I don't know. But good.
gentleman who lives across the street from me.
He sets up down there for me.
Does he sell it then?
Yeah.
I thought his first name was that.
And we're gonna probably have to find another place, was a little more accessible than that. I hate to move it, but
We try to keep it.
we can find
informed on
another
how much
place.
money we
We're probably
got,
gonna-
You guys are gonna just have to start joining them
Sometimes
together a little bit
just
more.
don't have time.
Not just to save money,
You could
but
be given for every account, we got
get better location.
47 accounts.
Maybe something
like
that you can have
to
two
keep up
doorways, a
with.
line going in the front and a line going in the back for two different precincts or
Has some
something
sickness
like
over there,
that,
so
you
we
know.
got this much
Yeah,
of it.
there's possibilities out there. We're looking into some.
Gonna have to do something, that's for sure. Well, I heard a good one this morning on TV, General Petraeus for president.
Petraeus.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you all too, we was gonna have a tax sale this next month, but we've had a computer glitch, and it might be the first of next year before they have it, like, the way it's looking right now, it might be in January.
What all is it gonna be consisted of? Property or real,
Just the unpaid property tax, you know.
Real
we have-
estate.
Yeah,
okay.
we just got through with the sealed bid one, I sent that in Monday. So
Well, I'll tell you what, that generated more interest in all that
Well,
this
you
year
know
than I've
why?
ever remembered. Because
Well, they got it on TV on Channel 3 and Channel 6, and I sold more books this year than I ever did.
To help our general fund out, maybe?
Not really,
what are you selling for, $2 a catalog?
4.
4?
That all goes to them though. That money all goes, I think I sent them $100 and some, I forgot.
Did I read in the paper here a while back, the city's bidding on a lot of that property?
I don't know, I don't think so. I didn't get any bids from the city.
You didn't read that in the paper? I was thinking I read the city's actually bidding on some of that properties.
They can get most of it if they want it, because they got this mowing reins against it and all that, so they'd end up with a lot of,
But when
they don't really want it, but they're gonna end up with a lot of it.
once they become owners of the property, they don't pay tax on it.
It's exempt, and they'll get an exemption. And then-
Exactly what I say, so every time the city buys that piece of property, it just takes it off our tax cycle. Not that they're really paying taxes anyway, that's what you got, if they quit paying taxes. But if some individual bought it, they'd be paying a little bit of taxes on
If
it.
they get it, they usually put it up for auction in a few years and get rid of it, if they can. A lot of that property nobody wants.
I've never seen them put it up for auction that I've heard of.
I bought from the city before.
If you got inside the pool.
They advertise it usually. and-
Really?
Well, you did that so we could get it good for that condominium project.
I think I bought it
That's where you got the
at
condo.
the end of Ferry Street one time that turned out to be pretty profitable. I bought that one lot where the old hotel used to be there. Then I bought a piece from Jim Walters, and I already own that other building, so I own a third of the block there. I wished I had another piece like that. It'd help my retirement. Well, I guess that's all I got. Y'all don't have anything else?
Thank you, Floyd.
See y'all later.
That's 2 polling locations right there. That's down Hum Apartments
Yeah, I know
and
where it is.
Strickland Apartments.
I was just thinking though, by that being that organization, why would they even charge?
I don't know, but.
See what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Well, I can talk to them.
But where would the money actually go?
It goes in there and I
Into
guess.
their
it
little
would-
general fund
yeah,
or whatever?
I would say
guess?
that it would be, yes.
I mean, that's. Who actually funds Massac County housing? Comes from your tax dollars basically, don't it?
Yeah, federal tax dollars, most of it's federal.
That's what I'm saying. And then you're sitting there paying for something that belongs to the people. Don't make sense. Not that I care. You've seen what I was eyeballing anyway.
Oh, yeah. We did get precinct 4 and precinct 17 were freebies this year again.
You got a couple freebies? Larry, you up, brother? What you got going? You awful sour-faced this morning?
Just been busy.
Just busy, huh? Dirt still wet?
Dirt's still wet. Looks like it's gonna stay that way. It's just that time of year.
So you think it's gonna last all winter, huh? Won't be able to do nothing? Oh, well, it's not gonna put the people out real bad. Not that many detours, I mean, just go one way or the other, and that's what
It's
it's
not that far around, and
Did it affect the
there's
school
one,
bus very
two.
much?
School bus was going through and the mailman going through, and that's the only ones that's,
Yeah.
and I talked to one of the mothers, in fact, I think
Excuse me.
kid, and they live about 150 feet back down the road. And so I think that Carson has been walking out to North Avenue, so she don't even have to go back down there, so.
That's good. Thing about it is, as long as there's no safety involved out on the highway, stopping, picking up somebody on that North Avenue would be dangerous.
Good visibility and everything, you know, so.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that
both
is
directions
pretty
of that,
far.
you have good visibility
Yeah,
from the top of the hill
both ways.
both ways.
Yeah. Okay. Safety's the main thing. Gerald, you find any boo-boos in there? No?
Good job. I'm very gonna have a couple of things. You know where Margie Dowles lives?
Is that Round Knob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There on the corner?
Yeah.
What? She complained to the wife at church. I don't know if I looked at it. Where her driveway is, which is south of the house, there's I think a little ditch there, or
It's a gutter,
gutter there.
curb and gutter.
Right. Well, she had a pipe in there. She said it's gone.
Brand new ride he's got.
Oh, she didn't.
They put rock in there,
Brand new
stopping
ride.
up the.
Oh, it's coming on out the road?
There's that one that bought from Marion that had.
Yeah, they got that old
100,000 miles
garage
on it.
there, and it is.
He purchased a couple of
gutters there. I
cars
don't know why there's been a
from
pipe
Marion.
in there.
What for?
There was.
Cars?
Yeah.
What for?
Well, just
I guess
down the road.
kinda
He
new.
just kept washing out in the road, and washing out in the road, and
Was that
washing out in the road,
Grant
County? Yeah.
and we cleaned the gutter out, of course.
Oh, Keith?
That's Keith's.
Oh,
It's a
excuse
steep
me.
situation,
That's Keith's.
and I don't know how to
brand
improve it.
Has she got CA6 or just like 15 and a half?
new ride. That was a brand new ride. It's 2012, we shouldn't be needing struts
you
on
know,
that thing yet.
I wouldn't have-
I don't know if you was here, Larry, where Rikus has lived off of 45. Across some bags up there, no, on 45 North. There's, can't think of the name of that road, but it's a little road that turns left and crosses the railroad, and goes back, and there's two houses back in there.
Pine,
Yeah.
Pine Lane or something like that.
Now, is that a private road? Well,
I got a call on that yesterday.
You did. Well, I guess Delbert Sullivan wants to sell some timber, I guess, back there. And these people wouldn't let the timber man come in there.
It's private road.
Well, how, but Delbert owns that property, joins it. So would he be one of the owners of the road, or?
Depends on what his deed says.
It's just a corner there, I think it's all he owns. As soon as you cross the tracks there on the left, about 40 acres.
Yeah, I've been questioned about that several times over the years. It's a private
So he needs. to get
private
with
road,
neighbors.
private railroad crossing.
Yeah. So he needs to get on his deed or get with the neighbors or something and. Okay.
Now, that's one of those that may not be anything, I've seen that, and people just, are good neighbors, and, and then things change, and if you don't have it in writing, you know, there's,
Well, he said, you know, that road, turns off, then it goes, what, east,
it goes,
crosses the tracks, and then go back west. Or southwest, or. See, that's on the hill there, also.
I thought it crossed the track, then went northwest, and then turned back and went west again, but I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly.
What was that track there, run, southwest, or what,
No,
northwest?
northwest, southeast is 45, and that track cut through there.
He said that crossing has been there since day one. And that's why they didn't make a new crossing. They'd turn off the highway and go down, cross that crossing, and then come back. But if you'd come off the highway, you'd be on that hill. I said that was the main reason.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't go straight across, does it?
No, it comes down.
Comes down, then
Back.
crosses, and then I think goes back. Okay,
There's
yeah,
two
okay.
houses back there.
That's what I've understood, 2 houses.
Yeah.
I got calls about it, so I did go back and I crossed the track, but I never have driven back to the houses. It's private property, so I don't want to get,
Yeah. Well, I'll just tell Delbert he has to check his deed and stuff and see what it says. That's all I got.
okay.
Looks like, just put a new culvert or something over about Adeline, look pretty good. They've been just,
I ain't been over there, they did it yesterday, I know, but, yeah, it was
bad shape.
way, way deep and was not effective at all, so we're trying to put a culvert in and get it where to drain, because it wasn't apparently. You look at some of those things after the fact sometimes, and you're sitting here, how in the world did that happen? What changed? Something has changed since that culvert was put in.
You mean it's sunken,
Culvert don't sink.
yeah.
I'd say ditches got filled up, but nobody, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
And nobody else remembers it, but you go out there and you go to looking for the culvert and you find out that it's way down there.
Yeah, Ricky, he don't have no, his grass just goes right up to the road.
So I don't know, but they told me they put it in. I haven't seen it, but they told me they put it in and tried to get it to where it would do some draining, because it wasn't before, it was buried, so.
Hey, we're good.
Okay,
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, buddy.
we'll just see what happens with the bridge. I don't know yet.
Well, did they get half of it done yesterday?
What?
The grouting?
Oh, no, they're just now getting started on the grouting.
Oh, that's right, didn't have mixer, did they? That's right.
No, they got started on the grouting about 8:15, they finally got set up and got started, so. That's a big project, they'd probably be today and tomorrow on it.
That is
It's
a big project.
a lot of crack to fill up there.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Jason, do you know Pooty Grace?
Ricky, yes.
Yes.
I don't know where Pooty comes in, but yeah.
His dad had that name.
Okay. He's the one that lives to the right of where they put that culvert.
Yes. He's gotta have a heart transplant. Did I tell you that?
Man, that guy is healthy as an ox.
Oh, you think so?
Look at me, what's gonna happen to me?
There's no hope.
And I was talking to his nephew,
Jesus.
Teresa, and said he's not a candidate for a heart transplant just yet. They said it's his valve that's not operating properly.
Good.
Don't even get to sit down, dude.
Time to sit down.
The checks for us?
Yeah.
Cool.
How's everything going in your neighborhood?
Busy. 53 today, is our population.
Want to update us, I know we talked about 911, about the furnace and what's going on there, tell the board.
The last couple of weeks, Marcia's been telling me she's been having some trouble with the, I guess, the automatic override or automatic system of the furnace. I had Triangle over here once or twice. One guy come over, you know, I guess a younger guy said he really wasn't sure what to do, that wasn't familiar with the furnace, and then send an older gentleman over. And he had some ideas about how to take some of the radiators apart and clean them. And he had another issue with the pipe under the floor that we've had for years.
It's leaking.
The last Wednesday, Marcia called, said an alarm had went off on the furnace. And she said that Mike had always told her before that when the alarm goes off, it's something serious. So everybody had been complaining all week about the heat. We've been having to manually restart the furnace, let it run for an hour, and shut it off so we don't pressure it get up. So we called Mike from Honeywell to come look at it since he's been here before. And he immediately told us there was a valve bad in one of the gas burners. So he went to Paducas and went to every place he could find over there. Everybody could order one, take 3 or 4 days to get it, but they didn't have, nobody had one in stock. But he had one at his shop in East St. Louis or Belleville, wherever it's at. So he went up there, brought it back, put the valve on. And I was down there with him Thursday night, and he said, before I started, I want to make sure that the traps, water traps in the boiler are clean. And when he took the plugs out of those cleans, or those fittings, I'm not kidding, it was packed full of mud.
They hadn't been serviced lately, have they?
No, I want to know, there's one place on there that Marcia says she can do, she can wash it out, but she can't, I guess by state law, get into the furnace itself. It has to be inspected by somebody that works on boilers. So Mike cleaned them all out, flushed them out in the water hose, started back up, and it works fine.
Is that something Triangle is supposed to do for us, have it flushed every so often? I mean, what do you remember of that?
Well, I don't think we ever signed a contract with them, did we?
Billy, what do we do on that?
Change filters and stuff, they're supposed to do all that.
Bill, what was our final?
Excuse me?
On Triangle, where were we at? Or didn't they have some type of maintenance agreement or do something for us?
Maintenance agreement's only on the jail, not courthouse.
What do you mean?
Is that correct? They have an agreement, something on the new units they put on top of your roof. I think they got an agreement to keep that all running over for you, but the courthouse, they don't have no agreement. They'd be called in as needed.
I don't think we've got a maintenance agreement with it. Now, the systems may be under warranty, but Jerry does most of the maintenance of it. But, I mean, this is what Mike was telling me. He really thinks that they need to come down and talk to you guys about getting this system on a maintenance agreement, because he said it wouldn't take much for the thing to overheat. You have a serious problem. But this is, what, it's been 2 years since we canceled their contract? And I don't know if over the period of 2 years that much stuff has accumulated in those pipes, but he said it wouldn't take for one of them just to back up where you don't get the circulation of water through the system and those coils get hot, then you got a problem.
You guys do what you want to, but it's gonna cost you another, what, $4,000 a year just to sign the contract?
No, 18.
That was $18,000 a year, and that's not including the work. That's just
Be
we
on-
have the contract.
Be on call.
That's to change the filters, $18,000 a year. That's why we got out Monday, if you recall. I'll agree, Honeywell needs to be involved in it on the mechanics down there. They're the ones smart enough to do the mechanics on it. I'll agree with that, but signing a contract with them, that's $18,000 a year you guys ain't got.
You know, I wouldn't mind them working on it if we
Yeah,
get away from
working on
that
it,
contract, yeah. Just call them and say the thing don't work and they come and fix it.
That's what I'd do.
They were wanting to come down sometime in December, like they were gonna call ahead and just talk to you again about some other stuff.
Why couldn't we get Triangle to do the less complicated things and flushing it out?
I don't know. I guess we could.
But I think I told you 3 weeks ago, it wasn't the radiator pump. We all know they're stopped up, we know that. We know we got a leak in the floor. But the problem with that boiler kicking on and off, I told you there was a valve somewhere not working. Did I not say that 3 weeks ago? And that's what they found.
You see, on this one, I think there's at least 3 different gas valves.
Probably is. It's all in the electronics telling it what to do. Honeywell's great at that. But man, you sign a contract with them, you guys ain't got the money for that.
Okay,
I don't see why they wouldn't just, come down on an as-needed basis. Will they not do that, Jason? Do
We
you
can
know?
ask, I mean, I think what it was is the per hour charge was escalated if you did have a contract signed.
Okay,
I mean, one way or the other, they're gonna get their money.
yeah.
It's either you pay for it by the hour, or you get a discounted rate per hour if you sign.
Well, you remember that one time they had to have that computer and they had to drive to St. Louis way down to Missouri somewhere and then bring it over here.
Well, I mean, we just need to look at like how often we use them, figure out which is our best route. You know, if we're only using it twice a year, maybe we're better off per hour.
Yeah.
But if they're coming down here once every 2 months, we might be better off signing a contract. You know, we just need to look at kind of the time
You know,
scale.
the problem is, like Bill said, there's no way we can pay them.
Depending on how cold it gets this winter, there's some offices upstairs where the radiators are not even working. So you know, if those radiators don't work, they're gonna be, they'll plug in those electric heaters to stay warm. We can't have that. The system, electrical system, I hope.
What is that, mud just in the water?
It's just hard water. It just builds up, even with the filtration system the city's got, it still accumulates dirt, calcium, and mud.
Yeah.
Now, we need to install filters, coming in the water supply on it, and the furnace.
That's what's needed, you know?
Do you wanna talk about that check that you received, 911, or I mean, you know, what you got from the insurance?
Yeah.
And how that's distributed?
You know, the claim that we had for the radios, it was hit by lightning a couple months ago. That claim, if I remember right, was like $158,000. Last week, we got the first 2 checks. The Sheriff's Department got one for $55,500. 911 got one for $31,500. That was the amount of money that they would give us as the depreciated value of the equipment. We've got $70,000 left to spend. As we spend that money to buy more equipment, they would pay up to $70,000. So I think, I talked to Joey from Motorola yesterday, we'll probably spend another 15 to 20 on our part. The rest will be 911's equipment if they want to spend that. So we're gonna have a new radio system, just like we had before. New antenna, completely brand new radios.
We're changing the way we set it up, so that way if we have another electrical
Yeah.
problem, we don't have the major expense.
We'll have what's called a Z-Tron, with that system in the back, ready to go if we need it, but we're gonna start off with the IP-based computer radios, which I think that 911's gonna do most of that. But if lightning would hit that system, the way it's set up, all you replace is a computer. You don't have to replace those $5,000 circuit boards.
Burns it up first.
So now, I mean, like he said, I mean, it's just the program we reboot up and go, instead of losing all the hard
Yeah.
stuff, it's just that software. It should save us a lot of money, if it happens again.
Yeah.
And it probably will.
Looks like the insurance company would demand us do that and pay for it. They're the ones who get busted on stuff like that.
So Motorola's told me they've grounded this tower as much as they can. Kenny Walters has done something to the city police department where they've grounded the tower to the building. And we'll have him come and look at ours and just give us an idea of what they're doing down there and see if it can make any difference. Because we're taller than any other antenna in the county, and if lightning's gonna hit something, it's gonna hit us first.
Yeah.
But your tallest peak needs to be your ground peak. And I think they probably know where it wasn't. It was an antenna sticking up, that's why it got scorched every time. I don't know who did that, but
There's something else they're gonna add this called a sidearm. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's out there so lightning can hit it first and divert it from the antenna. That's another thing they're gonna try. But hopefully we'll start on that next week.
The ones you mark with X's, is that the ones that need to be addressed?
Yeah, I think that's insane. Those are smaller bills than some of the others, but for some reason they're wanting their money. I know US Foods. They haven't completely turned us down yet, but John seemed to think this might be the last week if they don't get something. Floyd been in with the report, is there any money to pay bills with?
There's 66,000, but they payroll next week too. How about this, like petty cash on that back page? $213.89. How does that get up there like that?
A lot of the stuff, the small bills, Sandy will pay out petty cash. If people need gas money to go pick up a prisoner, she'll pay that out of petty cash. Stamps, postage, everything we mail over there has to be certified. So you can't mail a certified letter for less $5, $6.
Right.
I think especially with Save-A-Lot, really doesn't expect a total bill to be paid, they just pay part of it. That'll keep them happy because they're the main food supplier. This is the highest it's ever been.
Gerald, you got any questions?
Well,
Got any answers?
that's what I want, answers. No, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you know, I guess we can borrow that, another 125,000 is all we can do.
That's bad already.
Well, I mean, well, we paid that up, well, I don't know how that, I just we borrow 400 something, or 300.
I'll ask Floyd if there's anything left to disperse. There may be another disbursement coming.
Yeah. Grace may have,
Surely
I
he
think
would-
Grace has paid us some.
Surely he would have said something about if he had some money. Because he was wanting to dig up 20,000 off of Glasgow. So I'm sure he's not hiding any extra.
What I've seen coming in so far this week, next week that'll be 100.
It's like 7,000.
We're looking at over $200,000 worth of bills right now. Not just you, county bills. Got to put another hole in that belt.
If we pay, the ones that are marked with an X, plus the US Foods and you said pay US Foods and the Save-A-Lot, right?
Save-A-Lot just requires some, they just pay $1,000.
Trying to see under,
I don't know how much we're on that oil.
looks like, be about $99, right at 10,000. If we can pay a US Food bill, a Save-A-Lot bill, the one due for 90 days. And we pay all the Sam's and the Office Depot. Be right at 10 grand.
Did you highlight them?
Yeah.
Remind me not to make sure that.
We just have to do it. Yeah.
We haven't heard anything from Namp Oil, but I'd say by next week, or the week after that, we'll be here.
I'll be getting nervous.
They're over 10.
Well, I mean, that one's for $5,087 on. Well, that's in November. 16th.
Yeah.
But if we pay that Office Depot, those 3 on the Sam, the Save-A-Lot for under 90 days at 3101, and the US Foods for 4,013, that should be right about $10,000.
Three, 4 months ago, we had a couple of days, we go up over 50 and we drop back down to 40. Now we're seeing a sustained population, 50 every day. Weekends, it shoots up close to 60.
Do they, we get to a point where people that oversee us or, check do evaluations, where they say, hey, you can't take that, it's completely too full, that there's occupancy.
That's some more, huh?
The state comes down and does an audit on us, and as long as inmates have enough movement inside the cells for recreation, which they all do, they're all taken care of medically, we feed them, we could probably hold another 10 or 15 more, and they won't say anything. And we're not the rarity. I mean, almost every county is overpopulated. It's just something we've never seen before. And it's not like we got people in there whose bonds are $100 or $200. We got people in there that their bonds are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, some even higher than that. There's no feasible way for these people to bond out of jail because what they've done demands a high bond. John used to be able to weed out the misdemeanors. Well, there's nobody in there anymore for misdemeanors, it's all felons. And we are not really designed to hold 20 females, but we're having to hold anywhere from 18 to 20.
Expenses, it just, for their medical and their food, I mean, it kills our budget.
And John, give John a little praise, he's done real good with Medicaid rates on the medical over there. When they go to the hospital, the doctor, he makes sure that when the hospital doctor will send us a bill, he'll send it right back and he'll mark on there, we have to pay Medicaid rates, so they have to adjust their billing, and we've saved thousands and thousands of dollars on that. That's one of the reasons why Ellery sends his prisoners down here, because John does the medical for them. Still, you talk about feeding 50 more people every day. There's no way around spending money for food.
Plus, they're tearing down coupons, aren't they?
Yeah, every day. I know we're gonna be right at what we thought we'd spend, but you can only cut so many corners when you feed people.
Ted, does any of those prisoners require more than 1 meal?
You 1 meal a day?
No. For,
No.
dinner and supper.
Now, there's some have special dietary needs. By law, we have to provide those, but
Yeah.
the expense of those meals are not much more than what we're
Yeah.
already providing. The state says we have to provide so many calories a day, and John's pretty well got it down to that number, what they get. If they want more than that, and most of them have commissary money, and they buy commissary.
You still have a deputy out on the interstate?
producing to what we thought he would.
Pretty close.
How about buyback vacations, anything for them, do
Let me
buyback?
trade you this for them.
I think there was one or two dispatchers that had signed it for it. I haven't seen any deputies yet. They'll do payroll tomorrow, so tomorrow will be the last day this month they'll have to turn in for it, because it has to be done in November.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything.
We'll talk with John and then see if they can get these paid.